what's going on? It's your girl Q the Queen here, back with another video. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention, you know it's been a pretty action-packed week. But actually, before we get into what y'all thinking, this happened. Yes, that's right. I was in the 4th row. At that moment, the GOAT, Clarissa Shields, put the smack down on Danielle Perkins. She strikes again. The GOAT indeed. So that's how my week started. And that was Sunday, right? And so, you know, I'm already on a high from the GOAT winning. I've been following her career ever since she won her 2nd Olympic gold medal. So her entire pro career, I've been following that. And I've watched the evolution. And so I'm rooting for her in multiple ways, right? Being from where I'm from, Flint, Michigan, born and raised. So definitely wanted to represent for the hometown, but for the sport that she clearly represents at its highest level. So, but anyway, that's not why y'all here. You know, I'm always on the hunt for sneakers and trying new brands. These are the Adidas Originals SL72 RS Blue Scarlet I got from POIZON. Thanks to POIZON for sponsoring this video. I picked this Adidas Originals SL72 RS Blue Scarlet from the POIZON app. My pair of choice has been on my list for quite some time now, and upon ordering the shoes, I received them within 7 days. This Adidas SL72 is a functional style and colorway that I can wear with no hesitation. One of the highlights of the Adidas Originals SL72 RS is its advanced cushioning technology, which provides excellent support and impact absorption, ensuring comfort during long hours of wear. Whether going out for a casual event, commuting to the office, or even running errands, they are comfortable and fly and give me that Q the Queen look. These Adidas Originals SL72 RS Blue Scarlet are so comfortable and give the perfect casual, carefree vibe while looking trendy. How perfect is this outfit? I see myself wearing these sneakers like every day. If you're looking for some new sneakers, check out POIZON and download POIZON app to get more discounts. Don't forget to use my code QUEEN to get up to $10 off. So the other action, which was just 2 days later, mind you, I got back to Chicago from Michigan at 4 a.m. on Monday morning. So I'm running off of fumes on Monday. And, you know, I tried to catch up with some sleep. But of course, anxious for Tuesday, that didn't happen. So Tuesday comes around and y'all know what it was. Y'all know what it was. This happened. Smell better than a Rolls-Royce. Yeah. And that Rolls-Royce was something. Woo! Knock me out with it. That's right. Your girl got picked up in a Rolls-Royce, pulled up at the Spit Out, and got my pair. Of Air Jordan 1 Bred High OGs, that 85 build. You know what I'm saying? So super happy about it. Before we get into that and talk about my feelings as it relates to all things Air Jordan 1 High OG Bred 85, make sure if you live in the channel, you hit that subscribe button. If you're liking the content, hit that like button. And if you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, any feedback, hit that comment section. Because me and my royals, we talks about it. We're about to get into my thoughts about the 2025, basically remastered version of the Air Jordan 1 85, the High 85, the OG. And then I'll also do some comparisons with the 2016 to kind of bring my point home, okay? As you know, your girl got her pair on Tuesday evening at the Spit Out, wore them out the store. Yes, I wore them out the store. And yeah, I can't imagine a better experience. From the pickup process, the drop-off process, which both were in that Rolls-Royce, as y'all know. Y'all saw the video. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go back, flash back, you know, with the rest of us, okay? It was a great deal. Got a private shopping experience inside, got a chance to see the gallery set up, and you know, they had it set up pretty much to where it tells the story about this shoe and how the story of it being the band one, how that came to be. I thought that was pretty cool. That was a cool touch. And it was amongst family, got the slides, had the champagne, the whole nine. So it was a super easy process. I very much enjoyed it. And like I said in the video during that vlog, I was very much overwhelmed, okay? I was super hyped. I was doing a lot. Let's get into this classic OG high Bred 85. So let's first talk about the look of this shoe. The look is definitely, in my opinion, it's a bigger built shoe. So when it comes to the 2016 retro versus this shoe, it just, everything about it has just a bigger and wider sort of feel to it. Even when we start off with the toe box, you'll notice in my right hand here, the OG, where that Bred toe is, it's wider versus the narrow design that the 2016 retro has. And then naturally, the black trim around that Bred toe, it kind of has a wider or thicker look to it too. You'll also know when it comes to the sock liner, it's a much wider opening with the OG 85 versus kind of that narrow opening with the 2016 retro. One of the things that separates it really truly is the build of it. Some people feel like the 85 looks a little bit goofy, but honestly, you know, that larger, more padded, wider build, it works for the type of leather that's on here. So I think from a look perspective, it's not necessarily that it looks better, but it does look like it is better quality. When you, of course, I've worn this shoe quite a bit, this retro 2016, I've worn it quite a bit, but you still get the essence of what this shoe looks like versus this shoe. And at face value to me, and you all let me know in the comment section, at face value to me, definitely this is the one that looks like exactly what the plan was. So not only does it have that build, it has that quality feel to it for the type of shoe that it is. Of course, it's not some alligator skin, snake skin, something crazy, some sort of, you know, chinchilla fur, nothing like that. But for the type of shoe that it is, the quality, you can see it as it relates to the color. So there was somebody that asked me about, you know, was the color of red different? And I said I would dig in, and quite honestly, I do notice a difference. With the OG 85, the red is a lot more genuine. You can see on that Bred toe, you can see on the shoelaces, swoosh, as well as the upper on the heel. On the 2016 retro, it is a little darker. It's more of a dark red, which it would take having two versions of this shoe to even notice that. Because quite honestly, before I had this one, I didn't notice how much darker this one is. Now, it's not super drastic, but you can definitely tell it is darker. Now, if we go into the quality part, so we talked about the look, we talked about the color, we talk about the quality. So as it relates to the OG, to be honest with you, because of the type of leather that they used, you can feel the quality, but also when you're wearing it, it's a gift and a curse. It will take some time to break them in. As y'all saw in my vlog, I did wear them right away, with y'all knowing that I wore this shoe out of the store. It's a slight crease, but nothing too crazy. Of course, over time, it'll be a more prominent crease to it. But I say that to say, because they use such a synthetic tumbled leather on this one, the creasing happened pretty much immediately. And this one had a lot of give immediately. And what I mean is, like, I can wiggle my ankle quite a bit in this one, versus with this one, I can wiggle it, but it's like it's way more stable by comparison, right? So the type of leather that is, it does allow that stability on this one. But also my only fear, because I only wore them for maybe an hour or so, if that, I fear that if I wear them for quite some time before they're broken in, they might hurt. But I can't call it because I haven't worn them longer. Maybe we can do a follow-up video on that, but they definitely are way more stable with this leather. for the type of shoe that it is. Of course, it's not a basketball sneaker that one would play in today, but I'm just saying it's stable enough to where, you know, I might shoot a couple, you know, throw a couple shots up with it. Nothing crazy, nothing competitive, no 1v1, 3v3, 5v5, nothing like that. But, you know, I feel like I can throw a couple shots up without rolling my ankle in these. That's how stable they are. I mentioned it in the vlog, but just putting pressure on the leather, it doesn't have a whole lot of give right away. Now, of course, the toe box is always gonna have just a little bit, but it's not as obvious as what this one is. Because in 2016, when everybody was doing their pickup vlogs and their reviews, one of the main things we talked about with 2016 was we bragged about the tumble leather and how soft that was. So you can see an immediate difference in terms of just everything. I can literally ball this shoe up. So just saying. Now, in terms of the comfort, it feels about the same. Not gonna lie, if I were to point out a difference, there is a little bit more padding in the 85 than the 16. Okay, and this is both of them together. The tongue, as you can see, is even bigger than the 2016. Yeah, it definitely has a little bit more puff to it. The 2016, it does have, you know, some puffiness, but it's not as prominent. So you can also see that it doesn't really stay in place either. Versus here is designed in a way where, again, that opening is wide enough on the shoe, and then the shoe is stable enough where the tongue sits to where that tongue stays in place. So I love that, because one of the things that I don't like about ones is when the tongue, or any sneaker, is when the tongue starts to slide to the side and all of that, and it doesn't stay in the middle. I think you have a better chance with the 85 OG of that not happening. And that's a plus to me. But overall comfort, they feel mostly the same. If you are a Nike Dunk head, then just imagine your foot in a dunk. And to me, that's kind of what this gives. It's no wonder why there's so many similarities and Dunks being considered a derivative of this shoe. So I could understand why, just based off of how they padded this shoe. In 2016, I think we were paying $160 for these, and psychologically, because of what this one cost, I'm gonna say this only for the purpose of this video, it feels like I paid $160 for it. Okay, I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just trying to make a point. It feels like I paid $160 for it. Versus with this one, which obviously I paid $250 for it. So it gives stability, it gives durability. I mean, honestly, when you pay $250 for something, or a higher price for something, that's all you really expect. You expect, and longevity. Durability, stability, and longevity, which durability and longevity is for the most part the same thing. But you get where I'm going with this. I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like as it gets older and aged. It's nothing like having your own worn out shoe, especially a design that is more appreciated once it's worn out. So that's why I'm saying I really am looking forward to this shoe once it gets old. I think it's easy to say that I love this one more than this one. This one, of course, has sentimental value. I showed you guys the kind of reflection on me picking this shoe up. This was actually the first Jordan that I showed on my YouTube channel. So when I started my YouTube channel in 2016, this was the first Jordan, if not the first shoe. I want to say this was the first shoe. And because of that, gotta keep this one. Might need to put it in a case or something like that, but definitely this one is the better one. Jordan Brand did an amazing job with how they released this pair. I understand the frustration that a lot of people are having with it. I think what they did was needed, because the interest of this shoe definitely peaked way more because people knew that they were gonna possibly not be able to get the shoe. That it was gonna be a very hard pair to grab. Between the VIP experience and then the first come, first serve. Jordan Brand definitely put strategy together. They sat at a table and they said, hey, listen, things are going a little shaky lately, okay? Some very coveted classic pairs have been slept on, skipped over, criticized, and we can't have that happen with this one. This is the one that, if for nothing else, we got to make sure that this release makes people want to wait in a line again, makes people want to figure out how to get access. Like, what do I have to do? Who do I have to call, text, whatever the case, so I can get my pair? And it worked. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a restock coming down the pipeline, you know? But again, if they just want to kind of keep that limited story for this release and let the folks that have them just enjoy them, and maybe they go back to the drawing board and understand what they need to do so that future classic releases have that same feeling. You just got to do what they got to do. Overall release rating, I give Jordan Brand, I give them an A. If others were able to get it, or if others were able to have a location near them to possibly get it, then I would give them an A+, because the entire rollout was perfect. From deactivating the IG to, you know, just reintroducing newer generations to the story. And then also, I know the product director talking about the direction they went with designing this one and making it as authentic as possible to the original. That whole piece right there, when we talk about story, that's very important for a classic. Let's keep our eyes and ears peeled to what they do in the future as it relates to this year with these. Part of me just feel like it's not over. And y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all think it's over, but I don't think it's over. But anyway, it's been another one for your girl, Q the Queen. Super pleased with my pickup. Y'all hit me in the comment section if y'all was able to grab from the first come, first serve. Until next time, royalty.
The queen is hype.